For the year 2019, Zambia's energy sector faced a crisis. The country experienced load shedding for up to 15 hours in various locations. This brought about a lot of complaints from people. Inevitably true, the rains were not too good for 2018-2019 rainy season. We can't blame it on the authorities. This is where the Zambian genius has to be called upon, because they have the ingenuity and the creativity to rise to the occasion and innovate for the love of our energy sector in the country. Now, we could say energy as a whole is quite diverse. We could talk about energy to propel our motor vehicles. It's kind of becoming expensive, isn't it? So, the Zambian genius yet again is being called upon to try and innovate and see if we can use various sources of energy, amongst them the beautiful sun. After all, Zambia is one of the hottest countries in the sub-Saharan African region. Speaking of which, the innovation in the agriculture sector has been amazing. Innovation at its best, it's called a drone. The agriculture sector has equally benefited from such an innovation, because some of the designs of drones are used to spray over various farm produce in terms of pesticides. The Zambian genius uses this drone to have an aerial view of the Republic of Zambia. Hi guys. Hi. What's up? Good. One time. Okay, good. So these are students of Rockview University. Let's start from here, sir. What are you studying?
I'm studying Bachelor's of Science, ICT and Physical.
Sounds like a lot of technology in there, right?
Too much.
Madam, what's up?
I'm doing political science.
Okay, you are the future politicians.
Yes. Future leaders.
Maybe just tip to most of the people that don't know, what does political science involve?
Okay, it basically involves, it's to do with politics, civic education, politics related issues.
I know of a few political scientists that I've talked to. Dr. Alex Ngoma from UNZA. There's also Mr. Christemba. Okay, so that's what they've studied in short.
Yes.
Okay, what are we doing over here?
I'm doing primary teaching.
Beautiful. These are the teachers. Give me 5. That's the reason why I'm speaking such a little beautiful Queen's language is because of the teacher, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm doing Bachelor's of Science with Education.
Okay. And
Bachelor's of Science with Education. Secondary.
beautiful. Bapondo. Gentries up.
ICT and intelligence.
Okay. So it simply shows that most of the students that we have around here into teaching as well as technology related, and this is what the Zambia Genius is all about. So amongst them, there's one person that we followed all the way to just see what sort of solution he thinks we can have to the challenges that the energy sector is facing, particularly when it comes to driving a motor vehicle. How expensive do you feel it is per liter? He thinks we can reduce it to just a Sunday. Stick around.
I'm Karari Barak, a second year student. I'm doing Bachelor's of Science with Education in Physics and Mathematics.
I thought you're doing something related to technology.
No, it's Physics and Mathematics.
So it's still some kind of technology in there?
Yes. It's
Great.
It deals with electronics, so no wonder I'm able to do the
Okay.
project. I'm from Copper Belt in Dora Town.
2x minus 4 divided by x.
2x minus 4, it's 2 minus 4 over x. Divided by x.
Oh, minimum civics verso.
It's called 0. It deals with mathematics.
Oh, I was trying to get something from out of physics, but it's been a while since I was out of school, so I'm not too good at it.
Okay.
Good. So, what have you been working on?
I've actually been working on different projects. You know, as young scientists, we start first identifying the problem. When we see the problem that the society is facing, we try to come up with the solutions. So I've been actually looking around what the society is passing through. For example, nowadays in Bauren, load shedding is too much. Power comes at 24, it goes at 05. So meaning those guys who are learning to salons, barber shops are not doing the business. So no survival. Survival is difficult.
You referred to
Survival of the
Bowling.
fittest.
I know that you are in Bowling right now as you come to campus.
Yes.
Also on Lusaka. Go back to Ndola and give us an example from any of the compounds there. In Ndola. To pay an example ya Ndola not if you are Lusaka. Mara tumwene sham.
It's Tagagan is just like Bowling, though it's quite advanced.
That's what you think. Okay, so I like it. You bring in the aspect of identifying the problem first of all,
Yes.
which you have done, and now we are here to just try and find out what sort of problem he identified and the solution.
Yes.
Tell us the problem you've noticed. Obviously, it's power related.
Yes. The main problem is global warming. This global warming has brought many problems. Previously, global warming was just an alarm without a snooze, which could wake up many people from deep slumber. But currently, global warming is an alarm with a snooze that has woken up many Zambians. You see, farmers last year did not have pamper harvest. It's because they never received the ample rain.
You used to be in the debate club back in school.
No.
Oh, yeah, Nambira Mabomba. I was trying to understand the terminologies, the snoozing and things like that. Yeah. All right, so here's the genius, but it's up to the people to get to judge, our viewers. But remember, we've been emphasizing that you can be part of this program by simply sending us a short video, 30 seconds, telling us where you're watching us from via WhatsApp. So you can send us that video simple by following the number that's down on the screen, so that we appreciate. So far, so good. We are so grateful that you've been following us. Our Facebook page continues to be growing. The Zambian Genius email address, thezambiangenius@gmail.com. Get talking and let's get interactive as well. You can check our YouTube channel, The Zambian Genius. You'll find a whole lot of creative minds that we've posted there. So today's act is Barack. Let's check him out.
Yeah. Miss, I don't see like this. It has a transmitter to control it.
Okay.
Yes.
That's like magic.
Yes.
Where did you buy this one?
What? I just made it.
You bought it.
No. I just made it.
Let's check that thing out. This is a remote.
Yes, a transmitter.
A transmitter stroke remote.
Yes.
Where did you press?
So, this
here.
is forward,
And reverse.
Yes.
Reverse,
Yes.
forward, reverse.
Yes.
But you see, aren't these the things we buy in town?
So how it is this is a transmitter, this is a car. Basically, the reason why I've come up with this is to reduce global warming. We have seen
A car that reduces global warming.
Yes. To reduce the global warming. We know that the main cause of global warming is the increase in the concentration of carbon dioxide. So this car, like diesel engine or petrol engine, they burn that fuel. The end product, then the fuel is just hydrocarbons. Then when you burn hydrocarbons, the end products are carbon dioxide, heat, energy, and water. So now that's carbon dioxide, which is being released after burning the fuel to enable the vehicle to move. It actually increases the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
So this is like climate change smart.
Yes. So what I'm trying to do is actually to stop polluting the environment by using fuel. Then again, the main aim is actually to stabilize the economy. The fuel cost is high.
Okay.
You see, per
Now I
liter
get
is
it.
16 kwacha.
Of course.
So now, God has blessed us with the sun. So when you report for work, actually, you always park your vehicle outside. So while you are in the office, the car is getting charged.
It's charging.
After the work, you just move it, you go wherever you want. So instead of you buying fuel to enable that vehicle to actually move.
So this
use
is a
that
prototype
money-
of a solar-powered car.
Yes.
In case the sun doesn't shine in June, you have a continuous 3 days of cloudy skies. I can't move, sir.
So now I'm not trying to bring a challenge to the society. No. That is the reason why, as you can see here, there is a provision for you to charge using electricity.
The
This is the
chargeable
point.
car.
Yes.
These
the chargeable.
vehicles are already there.
Yes, already there.
Uh-huh.
So what it means is, for example, not all days are Sundays. There are times
When it's a Monday.
Yes. It can't move.
Yeah.
So no wonder if this can't work, then you just charge it. If you don't want to charge it, if there is enough light energy, that is radiation, you just use these.
Beautiful.
So actually it has two systems. There is main system and the backup system. So as you are moving it, you can actually switch the other one while the other one is getting charged. So you can see this is the cable.
Turn it around.
So this is these are solar panels. Then this is a switch from solar.
From solar to
Yes, from
power.
solar. It's connected to the whole system. So what happens is actually I said there are two systems. You can use either this system. If you place this, it will turn green. So meaning
Okay, there's a blue line
Yes,
here.
there's
a blue light.
a blue light. Yes. Then that means that you are,
Switch it off. Okay, it goes to red.
Uh-huh.
So when it's
So,
red, where is
this LED, it means this it's getting charged.
Okay.
So if, for example, if I do this, you see, if I switch off the solar,
Completely.
yes, if I disconnect the cable from the solar, it stops charging. If I turn on, it gives LED light. So meaning it's getting charged.
Charged.
Yes.
And then we did the blue here.
This means that you are now, the system now is on. You can make the car to move. It can accelerate.
Sounds great. This is like Zambian-born innovation, isn't it?
Yes.
I know that, yes, we've mentioned
So
that these
these-
cars are already there, but
Yes.
this
These
one
are
is peculiar.
switches. These are switches for.
Mhm.
And then let me not forget. Sometimes the battery may run low. Does it mean that you should do actually the light should not be on? No. So these lights have their own system.
These ones.
The batteries are connected in parallel. Yes.
Okay.
These lights are connected in parallel to use just one voltage. To just use the same voltage to light up all these bulbs. So even if the car is low, the light will be on. If you, whatever you want, even I'm actually thinking to put a camera here so that no need of using.
You are still
massive-
thinking.
Not actually thinking. I'm about to make a bigger one, which will consist that.
Beautiful. This is nice. Okay, now let's go to the solars. Where did you get them from? Are these the solar panel, the actual solar panels?
These are actual solar panels. I put these just to show to you that things are happening. If we have something like this, we can be able to actually make this car move.
Good. This system that you created here, what is it composed of?
This is composed of electronics. As you can see, these are electronic parts. So this is the cable. As you can see, if I disconnect this, means this one will stop working. Even the system is completely shut
Shut
down. Yes. So this is just for power. Then this is for outlet energy to enable the system to work properly.
Okay.
Yeah. Then what is actually here is inside, as I said, this is a transmitter. So there is a communication actually. This one will activate the electrons. Even in the antenna, there are also atoms. So there will be more like a electric field will be formed, so that communication can take place.
Science
So
at its
inside.
best. Okay. Give me the that thing. Just tell me what you would want me to do in case you want it to move. Yes, inside.
Yes, inside there is antenna. So what that antenna means is, when you command using this transmitter, the receiver will actually identify the number of electrical pulse sent to it. Electrical pulse is just the short duration in voltage or current. So when you place like forward, it uses 16 electric pulse. So if that receiver identifies that the number of electrical pulse sent are 16, then it will go forward. If you place the arrow button, means the forward, the reverse. It will the number of electrical pulse there is 40. So if it identifies that the number of electrical pulse sent is 40, then it will go forward. So actually,
reverse actually.
So there is a circuit body. So a circuit body is just the engine of this vehicle. So the engine of it works more like a computer works. Input, output, and actually the machine to translate the information. So we say there is input, I place this, a command. It will identify the command. When it identifies the command, the circuit body will translate that command. Okay. When it translates that, the number of electrical pulses sent as 16, then it will actually command the output to kick into life. The output in this case are motors. So that circuit board will command the motors to kick into life by either reverse or forward.
Sounds great. Let's demonstrate the charging system. You said the solar, this can only be packed outside and then it will get the energy via solar. Alternatively, we can charge it.
Yes.
Let's demonstrate.
So what it means
how
is
to charge.
So this laptop is just a source of energy. This circuit board is also just a source of energy because we can't demonstrate there. So no wonder I've come up with a circuit board to show to you that things are happening without exposing this vehicle to radiation.
What is happening here?
So what is happening here is these are independent. These are independent. This is just a cable coming direct from the power source there.
Going into here.
Yes, this is just the MCP. Yes, I won't explain that because
it has nothing to do with that.
It has nothing to do with
Okay,
this.
cool.
Just a source of energy.
Okay.
Then this laptop also just a source of energy. The reason why it is also a source of energy because I said there are two provisions. One for solar and two for radiation. So I will start with electricity. For example, this is electric car. I show you how it works.
Okay. So we are using the laptop as a source of energy where you connected this that's going to act as a charger.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So as you can see, these are just the same. These are just the same. So this is a specific charger for
this,
yes.
Okay.
So if I plug in there, then there is a port here. So
how do we know it's charging?
It's charging.
We turn it again.
Have you seen?
Okay.
So when you see a green light there, it means
a red light.
A red light, yes, sorry. A red light there, it means it's charging. If I plug out, is it charging?
It's on blue.
It's blue, yes. Because the reason why it's blue because the system is on.
Ready to move.
Yes, ready to move.
Okay.
Yes. You see. Then
why don't we have these lights turned off?
These you can turn off if you want. These are switches. Then this one is also. So when you see a green light there, it means the system is on. The car is ready to move. And by the way, this vehicle obeys all the laws in physics. It doesn't disobey any law.
And what are those laws in physics?
For example, Newton's first law of motion, which states that a body continues to be in its current state, which means that if it is in motion, it will continue to be in motion unless an external force, an external agent is applied, and external agent in that case is a force. Now, in this case, it's just a brake. That is an external force. Then, if it is at rest, it will continue to be at rest. If there is no one who is going to remove this one from here,
it will just be
there unless you.
So I'm just thinking, do you think it can be actualized in using these ideas?
Yes, yes. And it's very simple to do that. To make these big ones, you start moving.
Which system, which engines? Does it come with an own engine if it were to be put in a car?
Like
Or you modify the actual engine that's there already?
It's not to modify. Those are already designed for specifically for petrol or diesel. But with this, just to make
An engine
on its own, a
specifically for
specific
this.
engine.
Can we do
Because-
that in Zambia, do you think?
Yeah, we can do that as long as.
Because we have to make the engine from the scratch.
Yes, we have many engineers there at Power University of Zambia, from different universities. We can do that. Make use of them, not depend on Japanese and Chinese. No, even Zambians can do everything possible.
So when you guys work together, you think you can come up with an engine that can support this?
Yes, and it's very simple to do that.
No, it's not.
It's very simple. It's very simple. You know what? For this one, I have just used this one to show you that things are happening. You can't get into this vehicle when you start moving. That is the reason why I've used this one. But when you want to make the original one now, no need of this one. Because if you use this one, there is no security. This one is using electromagnetic waves. Then the specific type of electromagnetic waves I'm using to control this one is radio waves. So this means that any remote which works with electromagnetic waves can control this one. So meaning if we make a bigger one using electromagnetic waves, then it means we are doing nothing, no security. We have to provide security.
Wow. Seems genius already. You are a genius in terms of science. I can feel it when you explain. You understand the concept of this thing. What would you want for it to really be actualized?
The only thing that is needed for this one to be actualized into real life is actually just these motors. By the way, the skeleton is just made of wires. The skeleton, then these are boxes.
Yeah.
These are solar panels, then these are just lamps. This one is just a charging system. Then these are just the electronics, these just security bodies.
Okay.
So all is needed is just the motors. Once you have motors, these and these, you can make a vehicle. Simple. Just switch without even using this one. Just using my switch like that, you place a button there. Very simple. Once you just have motors, so that when they receive a command, they kick into life, either reverse or forward.
And so Zambia, that's how you can do away with the fuels that are determined by the international prices, because time and again each year we have fluctuations in terms of the pricing of the fuels that we have, either petrol, kerosene and diesel, determined by international community, because we do not produce these things. But if we were to adopt this mode or this innovation, then we can simply say bye-bye petrol. We are here to drive using solar.
Area on demonstrated how you can charge this one using electricity as a source of energy. Now let me demonstrate the functionality of this, how you can charge now this car using solars. So now I'll use these bulbs as a source of radiation. These, just for lighting, they just use 10% of energy. 90% is just wasted as heat energy. So let me now demonstrate how you can charge. So as you can see, there is a LED lamp there. So if there is a LED lamp there, that means that the system is getting charged just by absorbing the heat energy from these bulbs. So this means that you can now go wherever you want to go.
Sounds good. But you know what worries me is that we need to get people to help you come up with a total brand new engine with its own kind of makeup, away from the usual that we are driving, isn't it?
Yes.
Because the brand new design adopting this method is the only one that can be able to move us using this initiative. But I believe that it's doable. Zambia as a country, we've got a lot of people out there who can help us out and come up with such kind of innovations actualized. That's definitely what we are looking for. If you check the time, We are in the 21st century. How about coming up with something that we can be proud of, Zambian made?